Hello, my dear friends. How are you? I hope you're good, and I'm also doing well here. I welcome you to my channel English Planet, wherein I make videos about English grammar, English idioms, English proverbs, and English pronunciation. In today's video, I'm going to talk about English idioms part 4. You can see this video, learn the idioms, and use them in your daily vocabulary with people around you and surprise them. This will improve your confidence and also you'll feel good and you'll be like A1 as far as English speaking is concerned. And if you search the web, if you search the net, you'll find thousands and thousands of idioms available. But out of those thousands, I've selected 400 most flamboyant idioms, and you will basically love to go through them. So sit back, relax, and witness a great learning experience. But before proceeding further, I'd like to give a brief introduction about my own self. My name is Sunil. I'm a production engineer. Also, I've done MBA from the University of Mumbai, India. So let's jump straight into the video. Now, what do you mean by an idiom? Idiom is basically a group of words or a phrase whose meaning is not to be taken literally. For example, if I tell you, I need your John Hancock on this document, what do you mean by that? You wouldn't understand anything if you take the meaning literally. It means your signature. John Hancock means signature. Signature is named after Mr. John Hancock, who is an American. He died in the year 1793, I guess, way back in the 18th century. Anyways, that's about it. Now let's have a look at the first idiom. Wake up and smell the coffee. It means to become aware of the reality. It means to become aware of what is really happening. You become aware of the reality. For example, number one, you failed in algebra. Wake up and smell the coffee or else you are not going to graduate with your class in June. It means that you have failed in algebra. Just understand what the reality is and accordingly you work hard or else you are not going to graduate in this year. Wake up, example number two, wake up and smell the coffee. Your husband has hit you twice. This will happen again and again if you stay with him. So what does this mean? This means that become aware of what the real thing is, what the reality is. Your husband has hit you twice. So you you take a decision whether you want to stay with him or not. It will be better if you leave him. So wake up and smell the coffee means to become aware of what is really happening. To walk on eggshells. It means to be very careful about not to upset someone. So example number one, Dolly is so sensitive that all her friends have to walk on eggshells around her. Means Dolly is so sensitive that all her friends have to be very careful about not to upset her. Example number two, whenever my mother-in-law visits, I am walking on eggshells in my own home. It means that whenever my mother-in-law visits me, I have to be very careful about not to upset her, whatever the issue may be, whatever the topic may be. I have to be very careful about not to upset her and I'm in my own home. Third one is wallflower. Meaning of wallflower is a shy girl who remains on the sidelines of a social activity like dance. She doesn't participate in any kind of social activity, especially dancing. For example number one, she spent the whole evening being a wallflower. Means she spent the whole evening on the sidelines without actually taking part in the social activity like dance. Example number two, she would rather stay at home than be a wallflower. What does this mean? It means that she would stay at home. She would preferably stay at home rather than going to a party and behaving like a wallflower. Example number four, idiom number four, wasn't born yesterday. It means that I'm not a stupid. I'm not a stupid person. First example, don't try to fool me. I wasn't born yesterday. It means that don't try to fool me. I'm not stupid. Example number two, she might look young and innocent, but she was not born yesterday. Means she might look young and innocent, but she is not stupid. She is very uh, knowledgeable and intelligent. Fifth idiom, watch your P's and Q's means mind your manners. For example, number one, we are going to a party, so better watch your P's and Q's means mind your manners. We are going to a party, so mind your manners there. Example number two, I have to watch my P's and Q's when I am with my father means I have to be absolutely, I have to mind my manners basically when I am with my father. I cannot be mannerless. Sixth one, wax eloquent. It means to speak or write about something fluently, eloquently. Eloquently means fluently. For example, his speech was wax eloquent. His speech was very good and very fluent. Seventh one, wear out one's welcome. To be no longer welcome in a particular place because one has stayed for too long. For example, after staying for a week, she felt she had worn out her welcome. Means after staying for a week at a particular place, she felt that she was no longer welcome because she had stayed for 1 week too long. Second example, he visited him so many times that he felt that he had worn out his welcome. Now what does this mean? He visited him so many times that he felt that he was no longer welcome because he has visited him many times. Number 8. What the Sam Hill? What the Sam Hill means what the hell. For example, what the Sam Hill did you do to my bike means what the hell did you do to my bike. Example number 2. What the Sam Hill did you do to her? Meaning what the hell did you do to her? Number 9. What's your poison means what alcoholic drink do you like? So example would be what's your poison means what alcoholic drink do you like? Beer, whiskey, rum, vodka, and so on. Number 10. White elephant. White elephant means a useless object. Expensive but a useless object. Example number 1. My mobile phone is a white elephant. Means my mobile phone is expensive but it's useless. Example number 2. That shopping mall has turned into a white elephant. Means that shopping mall has turned into a useless thing. Number 11. Hoar blossom means pimples. For example, whenever I eat bread, I get hoar blossoms on my chin. Means whenever I eat bread, I have allergy to bread and so I get pimples on my chin. Example number 2, I've got lots of hoar blossoms on my face. Means I have got lots of pimples on my face. Number 12, willy-nilly. Willy-nilly means by compulsion or without choice, forcefully. For example, he found himself drawn willy-nilly into the argument. Means he found himself drawn by compulsion into the argument, forcefully. The government was dragged willy-nilly into the confrontation. Means the government was dragged by compulsion into the confrontation. Windbag, a person who talks too much but about uninteresting topics. Number 1. Everyone knows he is a real windbag. Means he talks too much but about uninteresting topics. Example number 2. He is such a windbag. You snooze, you lose. Means if you are not alert, you lose an opportunity. Means if you are not alert, if you are not careful, somebody else will take advantage of the opportunity. For example, sometimes they charge more for the product. You snooze, you lose. If you're not alert, you will end up paying more for a particular product and the money will go to them. Extra money will go to them. Second example, I told you not to forget. Well, you snooze, you lose. Means I told you not to forget. Now you snooze, well, you snooze, you lose. Means you are not alert and so you have lost the opportunity. Someone else has taken advantage of that opportunity because you forgot. Number 15, before you can say Jack Robinson. Before you can say Jack Robinson means very quickly. For example, number 1, the work will be done before you can say Jack Robinson. Means the work will be done very quickly. Number 2, before you could say Jack Robinson, the bird flew away. Means the bird flew away very quickly. Number 16, upset the apple cart means spoil the carefully laid plans. For example, number 1, don't upset the apple cart by revealing where we are going. Means don't spoil the plan by revealing where we are going. The bad weather and the heavy rains upset the apple cart means the bad weather and the heavy rains spoiled the carefully laid plans. Number 17, old wives' tale means a traditional belief which is wrong, which is incorrect. A traditional belief which is incorrect. For example, constant jumping makes you taller is an old wives' tale. Means somebody says that constant jumping would make you taller is wrong. That is wrong. One old wives' tale says that goose fat will cure cold. Means a traditional, if you go by the traditional belief, one of the traditional beliefs says that goose fat will cure cold. Now this is an old wives' tale. This is incorrect. On cloud nine means very happy. She has been on cloud nine since she heard the news of her engagement. Means she was very happy. She was very happy since because she heard the news of her since she heard the news of her engagement. She has been very happy. I was on cloud nine after hearing this. I was very happy after hearing the news. On all fours with your hand and knees on the ground. For example, example number one, she was on all fours looking for the contact lens. Means her hand and knees were on the ground and she was searching for the contact lens. Number two, the baby was crawling about on all fours. Means the baby was crawling with his hand and knees on the ground. And lastly, on tenterhooks. On tenterhooks in a state of tension or in a state of suspense. For example, number one, he was still on tenterhooks waiting for the manager's decision about the job. Means he was still in a state of tension waiting for the manager's decision about the job. For example, example number two, they have been on tenterhooks for quite some time. They have been in a state of suspense or in a state of tension for quite some time. So these are the 20 fascinating idioms. I hope it was a learning experience for you. So until next time, bye bye and thanks for your time.